And on this Monday, July 27th, 2026 edition of Newsmakers, Seattle police are searching for a second suspect after a deadly shooting at the Seattle Center last night. Monica Nelson reports.
Authorities say 2 people exchanged gunfire during a large event, leaving 3 people dead and 4 others injured. One suspect, described as a young person, is in custody, according to city and police officials. These witnesses telling King 5 they were in shock.
When it started shooting, when everyone started running, everyone got scared. Pushing each other, running over signs. The booth where we were at got kind of almost demolished.
So we got down and took cover.
Investigators continue to search for another suspect as they work to determine what led to the gunfire. I'm Monica Nelson.
Meanwhile, Jesse Bradley, pastor at Grace Community Church in Auburn, Washington, chaplain for the Seattle Sounders in Major League Soccer, and host of the program Bonfire, heard on KCIS, talked with Erica Parkerson of Spirit 105.3 in Seattle about the shooting.
It's terrifying, isn't it? When you think about what happened yesterday, and I was just there for the World Cup at a watch party, and I was thinking how festive that was. And then compare it to this event, which my daughter, by the way, was talking about going to. So This one hits all of us close to home. When you see the crowds running away, literally grabbing their babies, parents are, and leaving the strollers there, it's terrifying to see that and think that's in our city. But, Eric, I also think it's a wake-up call for us and thinking through, okay, what can we do to build up our city as well?
Yes. What does that look like for us even today? How do we keep our eyes focused on Jesus, who is still on the throne, and receive his peace in the midst of these feelings that we're having?
Yes, Erica, events like this, I think, are really move us to pray, because deep prayer comes out of deep pain, deep need. And when you think about praying right now, pray for families who have lost loved ones. Pray for those who are in the hospital fighting for their lives. And pray for law enforcement still looking for another shooter. And pray for our communities, too. Erica, my mind goes to the Bible where they're coming out of exile. The city's in ruins. And the question is, what can everyone do? And Zerubbabel knows that it's time to rebuild the temple. And there's people that need to help rebuild the churches. All of us, let's rebuild, let's strengthen churches. And then Ezra is seeing their hearts, and he's building up their faith with the word. And then we have also in the city Nehemiah, who's saying we need to serve in the city and rebuild the wall and protection and all of those different needs, all those different roles. And I think the question is, what role has your name on it? How is God leading you? And how can you be part of the solution and part of the healing? And it's not a time to be passive right now. I think part of it stirs up a righteous anger. Like, how can this happen?
Yeah.
How can people just be shot? And we need to listen to God right now. We need to cry out for the city. And then we need to have courage and move forward and unite. Pray for unity. Pray for peace. And pray for God, because underneath it all, Erica, we need God. And that's what it screams to me, is that our city in many ways needs to humble ourselves and turn to Jesus.
And that's Newsmakers for this Monday, July 27th, 2026 edition. I'm Keith Black.